the Longhorns coming in here tomorrow. I know they're 0-2 as well in the Big 12. Neither team wants to be 0-3, obviously. Mitch.
First of all, I appreciate you pointing that out.
Sorry.
I appreciate that. No, absolutely. I just felt we gave another one away the other day. We're just we're getting them away at the foul lines. I mean, we're just, if you look at our losses, Iowa shot, I think, 50 foul shots. Oklahoma shot 39, and they shot 30-some the other night. And we lose by a total, those two games by a total of 4 points. I mean, if you just don't put them at the line as much, you have an opportunity to win those games. So Texas comes in here, again, like you said, very motivated, need a win. Very big and has great size. Sometimes they start 6'7", 6'5", 6'5" inside. Sometimes they'll start them all three together at times. So, we're going to have to contend with a lot of size. And without a doubt, the game's going to be won or lost in the paint because of their size. Blockouts, you can't continue to let them just get putbacks and foul and put them at the line and that type of stuff. So, we're going to have to do a better job keeping our hands off people, do a better job of boxing out, and do a better job of executing at the end of the game.
How do you go about coaching your players to be maybe less aggressive in theirs to avoid that?
My whole life I've coached players to be aggressive. Now I'm being asked to coach players not to be aggressive. It's tough. We got to play like we play. Now we got to keep our hands off people. I mean, we're playing too much of our hands. That's part of the problem. We're playing too much of our hands and not our feet. So we got to do a better job playing with our feet, not our hands. And just quite frankly, can't be as physical as we've been in the past, because we can't continue. We've got to have our best players on the floor at the end of the game in a close game, and we haven't had the capability of doing that because we've had some people foul out, and when the game's on the line, you definitely want your best players on the floor, at the end of the game, and that hadn't been the case the last two games, and I'm not saying that's why we lost. I'm saying is you at least, just like the other night against Kansas, we run a play, we got two people out of position, and we say, do you know what you're doing? Show it to them, and then they go out and we don't execute the play. Now, is that their fault? Absolutely not. That's my fault. We had a couple people out of position. The reason we have a couple people out of position is because we were in foul trouble. We fouled some people out.
The team's been able to push the ball against these teams, try to, with all the big girls they have.
Yeah, absolutely. But, in order to push the ball, you can't put them at the foul line, and you got to block out and get the rebound. So, like I said, and that all goes back to moving your feet, keeping your hands off people, and boxing out when the shot goes up. And, if you give them second or third shots, you can't get running. If you put them at the foul line, you can't run. You can't, do what you need to do against their height. So, just going to be critical that, especially boxing out, we're going to have to do a great job on the boards.
You just played them last March, obviously a new coaching staff. She changed some things that they're doing.
Well, yeah. I mean, they're, like I said, sometimes they go three bigs. Sometimes they just go two, like they did last year. They have a great shooter. They're pretty young off the bench, a lot of freshmen off the bench. They started a freshman point guard. So, they're trying to find their way a little bit with the new coaching staff with, a lot of freshmen, quite frankly. A lot of freshmen, but a lot of size. A lot of size.
You did a pretty good job on that shooter, Fusel, I think her name was,
Yeah.
last March.
Yeah, we did. I mean, we're going to have to do the same thing. We got to find her, not let her stand and shoot, because she's a little bit. She's got better this year. She can take it off the dribble a little bit more than she did last year. So that happens sometimes when they get a little older and add something to their game. So last year she's more of a stand shooter. This year she can stand and shoot, but she also can take it off the dribble and shoot. So we're going to have to play her, straight up.